Well, hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, maybe if you are joining us here even during the morning time. We're live right now, but you can catch us any time of the day. We're so excited to be here at St. Mark's, where we're gathering together with Tracy and her crew for yoga. We talked about last week about this practice just being a practice of being able to center yourself, being able to center ourselves, being able to really kind of focus on the here and the now, right? Being present even. And so Tracy will talk a little bit more about that. But I wanted to bring you a devotion this afternoon. This has really been on my heart. It comes from Ecclesiastes 4:9. And God tells us two people are better than one because they get more done by working together. You know, we're called to be in community together. We're called to do life together. And I don't know about you, but often where my red flags go up is when I isolate and I don't bring others along with me on the journey. So I want to encourage you. Maybe you're in your living room alone right now and you're about to embark on this practice of yoga with us. Why don't you call up a friend? Say, hey, why don't you come over with me? Or can you join me next week? I'm doing this cool thing. We are called to be in community together. We are not called to do life alone. It is so much easier when we work together, right? All right, so I want to turn you over to Tracy for our yoga practice this evening.
Thank you so much, Jill. Thank you, and welcome in, everybody. Thank you for those that are returning, those that are new, and those that are pros. I definitely do not claim to be a pro. I'm Tracy Kay, and I'm very glad to be here this afternoon. And that was a mouthful that Jill had to say, and being present in the moment really sounds easy to do. But I know that there are certain tools and a spiritual toolkit, let's say, that I carry along with me on my daily travels, and that allows me to be present and here in the moment. And one of the biggest things for me and my passion is yoga. My quickest go-to is meditation, or taking the pause moment, stopping and pausing and taking that breath to bring me back in the moment, right here and right now. And I like what Jill had to say, that one person, two people are better than one, and how true that is, you know. And having the experience through COVID and changing practices and absolutely having to teach online and not being around people and being around people's energy certainly did change that for me. But being able to have people back in the studios and being able to have people also here with me and also online is something to be grateful for right here in this moment. So let's go ahead and get started. Today we're going to go ahead and begin on our backs. So either taking it into Shavasana, if that's comfortable for you, which is extending your legs forward to the mat, or bringing your arms down beside you, palms facing up. Or if you'd like to go ahead and take it into a reclined bound angle where you're bringing the soles of your feet together. And if you're taking the reclined bound angle, just making any necessary adjustments and just being mindful of your sacrum, pressing into your sacrum and tilting your pelvis up towards the ceiling. And again, bringing your arms down beside you, palms facing up. And we'll take this moment here, and when you're ready, you may close your eyes. And as you take this moment here, and tuning in with yourself, and asking yourself how you feel this afternoon.
And becoming aware of your surroundings. And noticing your silhouette on the mat. Just allowing yourself to become relaxed, become comfortable in this moment right here. And listening to the natural rhythm of your breath. Just listening how it goes. Noticing where you may be holding or having any tension. And releasing any stress. Just letting it go. And just visualizing your breath as you continue to breathe in and out. And noticing how it cleanses and purifies each ligament and tendon, each muscle on each breath you take. Relaxing even further into your mat. And on your next inhale, taking in the biggest inhale you have all day long, just inhaling in, feeling your belly expand, and then exhaling. Exhaling out of your mouth and empty. And again, inhaling in and exhaling out. And if you're in reclined bound ankle, nice and gently just extending both legs forward to the mat. And when you're ready, extending both arms overhead. Right here, creating a nice long stretch for yourself. Staying active in both arms and palms, reaching at each end. And inhaling in. And then exhaling out. Let's take in another inhale. Again, inhaling in and reaching at each end, finding length and creating space. And then as you exhale, arms and legs extend overhead. Right here, engaging in our core strength. So our navel comes to spine, relaxing through the shoulders. And staying active in both palms and feet.
And continuing to take 2 rounds of breath here. So taking in a nice inhale and exhaling out. Inhaling in and just finding the rhythm that works for you. And on your next inhale, we'll extend arms and legs to each wall. Let's hover over the mat here. So engaging in our core strength and creating space, finding length in between. Connecting to the breath. And on our next inhale, we'll exhale, arms and legs overhead. And again, engaging in our core strength here. Hi, Rob.
Hi there, how you doing?
Good.
Sorry, Mike.
It's okay. Join on in. And let's go ahead and inhale. Stretching the chin. Reaching and stretching. And let's exhale, arms and legs overhead. And relaxing through the shoulders. And let's go ahead, bending our knees here, bringing our palms to our knees, maybe rocking back and forth. Ease, wash out those bed poses and core exercise. And right here, let's go ahead, bringing both feet to the mat. We're going to take our blocks. So does everybody have a block? If you don't have one, I'll grab one for you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to take our block. If you don't have a block at home, that's okay. We're going to do a bridge pose variation. So we're going to take the block in between the knees. Arms are down beside us. And we're going to bring awareness to the feet. So pressing down through the feet. Let's send our hip bones up towards the ceiling. Arms come overhead. And we're reaching towards the back wall here. What we're doing, we're creating space through the spine. So elongating through the spine and connecting back to the breath. And taking about 3 rounds of breath here. And squeezing through the knees, through the glutes. And then as you exhale, as we release, rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. Exhale, arms come over and palms come to the mat. And let's do that again. Pressing through the feet, knees squeeze in towards the block, and arms come overhead. And again, reaching towards the back wall, and we're elongating through the spine, connecting back to the breath, and maybe noticing the rise and fall of your breath, the rise and fall of your belly here, through each breath. And when you're ready to release, let's roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms come over, pressing in to the mat with each palm. And we'll do that one more time. Again, pressing through the feet, knees press into the block, and sending hips high, arms overhead, reaching, really pressing up. And finding a length through the spine, connecting to the breath.
And let's release. Rolling down the vertebrae one at a time. Pressing into the sacrum. Let's go ahead and release our blocks. And let's take our knees over to the right, and then we'll bring them over to the left. There's some windshield wiper action, just to wash out those bridges. And when you come back to center, we'll go ahead and keep our knees bent here. Just bringing your feet as close as you can to your glutes. Now we're going to go ahead and use our straps here. So if you choose to use your straps, you can. Just letting you know that to have them right beside you. So we're going to go ahead and press through the left foot. Right ankle comes over left knee. Let's reach through behind the left thigh. So a reclined pigeon. So we're opening up here through the right hip. Sitting our breath through to the right hip here. Now, if this feels good for you, you can stay here. Or you can take the strap, the arch of the left foot, just for a deeper stretch right here. Straightening through the left leg. Just making sure, though, that your sacrum and your tailbone is elongated along the mat. So you're not rolling up there, causing any injury. Just listening to your body. And when you find your next exhale, let's go ahead and we'll take the left foot down. Excellent. Right foot comes over. And we'll press to the right foot. Left ankle will come over the right knee. And we'll reach through behind the right thigh. And gently taking the left thigh towards your chest. Opening up through the left hip. Sending breath through. And again, if that feels good for you, you can stay there, or you have the option of using a strap. And those that are at home, if you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, a rope, even a dish towel works. Your mask actually works if you have one of those. You can get creative. Just feeling the stretch left hip. And when you're ready to release, take the right leg down and left leg comes down to follow. Let's bring our knees into our chest. Let's rock and roll up the spine maybe 3 times, and we'll make our way into Shavasana. We'll close the knees. How does everybody feel? Stretch. Let's go ahead and do some neck. So neck openers or neck stretches. So we're going to take the right ear over right shoulder. And taking the right fingers to the left ear, just gently tugging. Let's take the left fingers pressing into the mat. Just feeling a gentle stretch through the left side of the neck, the shoulder. Rounding down through your thighs. We'll take one more breath here and
we'll release our right fingers. We're going to take the left palm and press down to the palm, and right arm comes up and over. Just making sure that your sit bones are connected to the mat. So we have a direct line here of energy. So pressing right, and then sending breath down and through. And we'll take one more breath here and just release. And let's take our left ear over our left shoulder. And left fingers to the right ear. And right fingers pressing into the mat. And we'll release there. And we'll take the right palm pressing into the mat, and then left arm comes up and over. And we'll press through. Right fingers. Trying to stretch through the obliques and side the hips. And we'll go ahead and release there. Very good. So let's go ahead, let's bring our palms up. And fold forward. If your body allows it, we'll bring our forearms down. And coming onto our knees. So our knees are going to be about hip-width distance apart. We're going to come into our best version of a puppy pose. So palms come down, forearms come down, pressing our tailbone back, chest comes to the mat. You can either take your chin to the mat or your forehead to the mat, depending on the stretch that you're looking for. This feels really good because 99% of the time we're in a car driving or behind a desk. You might get that hunched over posture from time to time. This is good for stretching through the shoulders. And as you exhale, let's now bring the big toes together. And we'll bring our knees as wide as we can to the mat. Pressing back, extending arms forward, palms present to the mat. Child's pose. Let's begin the pose of surrender. Are you surrendering anything today? Or what are you surrendering? Anything heavy, you can drop it off right here. And on your next breath, let's press up here. Coming into the best version of your tabletop. And if you have water, please drink. Even after practice, drink. During practice, drink. Water, water, water. We'll come into our tabletops. Ready? And we'll make our way into cat-cow. So we're going to inhale up, following our gaze up, arcing through the spine, tailbone presses up, cow pose. And then exhaling, rounding through the spine, tucking your tail, all the way through the belly, and pressing up and out of the shoulder joints, cat pose. So these you make of your own. So listening to your body.
getting into the spine, maybe getting into your hips, looking towards your ankles. And when you've gone through a few rotations, let's go ahead and tuck our toes here. We're going to tuck our toes. We're going to send our hips up and to our first down dog. So let's bring our fingertips or our fingers wide. Go ahead and stretching through the calves, walking our dog here. So pedaling out the heels and pressing back, pressing through the crown of the head. And connecting with the breath. And we'll go ahead and bring our knees parallel to the mat. Let's look over the mat. And let's hop, walk, or jump. And we'll take our forward fold here. Exhale. Let's take a half lift. Looking forward, finding length through the spine, and then exhaling down. And let's rise up here. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, palms to the heart center. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. Inhale, arms up. And exhale. We're going to inhale up again. And then swan dive down. Arms out to the side, hinging at the hips forward. Exhale. Let's bring our palms to the mat and step back. Take a high plank here. Let's shift it forward. And we're going to chaturanga. So hugging our elbows in nice and tight, lowering our belly down. Let's take tops of feet to the mat, pressing in. And right here, inhaling up to cobra. So really opening up through the front, and then we'll exhale down. And two more times here, inhaling up, and exhale down. One more time, inhale up, and exhale down. Excellent. Let's press up here through high plank. Let's send our hips high, downward dog. Let's take a breath here. Let's bend our knees, looking over the top of the mat. Hopping, walking, or jumping. Forward fold, exhale. Root to rise. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, palms to heart center. Inhale, arms up. And we're going to take the right palm to left wrist. Exhale over to the right. Let's inhale up to the center. Exhale over to the left. Standing. Inhale up. And swan dive. Arms out to the side, hinging at the hips. Forward fold. Exhale. Let's take our palms to the mat. Let's step back. High plank. We're going to shoot our hips up here. Downward dog. Let's take a breath here. And inhale, right leg up. Pressing up through the toes. And as we exhale, right foot flows through to the front. So we're in a low runner's lunge. Our front is open. And we're going to go ahead dropping the back knee. And drop that back knee fairly further back than normally than you can, but not where it hurts to do so. Because we're stretching here through the hip, through the psoas, through the groin, but making sure you have a 90-degree angle here in the front where you can peek over and see your big toe. Now, if you need to modify by using your block to balance, do that. If not, we can use our thigh, or we can bring our arms up, just pressing through the fingertips, balancing through the back foot and the front foot, pressing through those. Beautiful. When we take our next exhale, let's fold forward. Palms come to the mat, straightening through the right leg, rounding through the back. Let's hollow through the belly here. Feeling a stretch through the calves and the hamstrings. Maybe tucking the chin a bit, stretching through the back of the neck. And let's exhale, moving forward. Pressing in with the left palm, tucking the left toes. Let's press up here. Right arm comes up, revolve, lunge. We'll take one more breath here. As we do, we'll exhale, right palm down. Right leg kicks back, high plank. Let's send our hips high, downward facing dog. Let's find our breath here. Bend our knees, leading over the top. Let's hop, walk, or jump, forward, forward. Let's take a half lift, looking forward, maybe finding a little more length. Exhale, forward, forward. And rising up. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, palms to heart center. Now we're going to do a tree pose. So we're going to do a tree pose on the left foot. So if you need to make any adjustments or take a drink of water, you may do so now. Fix your hair or whatever. I knew I had something in my, and I was like, what is it? In my chest. And I need it right now. Excellent. So we'll go ahead and find our drishti. So finding our non-moving object. Palms come together. And taking your variation of tree pose. So either at the ankle, the calf, or taking it up to the inner thigh. Whichever works for you. If you need to use a wall to find your balance, please feel free to do so. And when you found your variation and you feel comfortable or you feel playful, you can press through. Inhale. Grow your tree. Growing your branches. Keep growing on your branches today. And then palms come together. Exhale. We'll take the right foot down. And we'll step back. So it doesn't have to be huge. It's going to have to be as comfortable as it is for your body. We're going to bend the front knee. And then we're going to fold over. We're going to take it into a low runner's lunge on this side. And then we'll drop the knee on this side. So we're just taking it over this side. And I should have said this before, if anybody has any issues with their knee and they need a little bit more of a cushion, you can also roll your mat up if that feels better for you too. Okay, so we'll bring our arms up here, balancing through the front foot, the back foot. Maybe taking a gentle extension backwards, inhaling in, lifting up, and then we'll exhale here, folding over. Palms come to the mat, straightening through the left leg, rounding through the back, following through the belly, tucking the chin, stretching. Really a nice stretch to the left calf. And as we exhale, moving forward, right palm presses in, tuck the right toes, and press up. Left arm comes up. Let's shine our hearts over here. And we'll exhale. Left palm down. Left leg comes back. High plank. Let's shoot our hips up, downward facing dog. Taking a breath. Let's go ahead. Bending our knees here, looking over the top of our mat. Hopping, walking, or gliding. Forward fold, exhale. Rising up. Arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, palms to heart center. And we'll go ahead and take tree pose on the right side. So finding the variation that works for you. Our bodies are different every day. Each side is different. So you may be able to raise the ball. And if you'd like to throw your tree, and then exhale. Okay, inhale, arms up. And swan dive. Arms out to the side, hinging at the hips, forward fold. Okay, we're going to heel toe out to hip width distance apart. Let's go ahead and drop our head here, relaxing our neck. Maybe a gentle softness through the knees. Taking each hand to opposite elbows. And a gentle sway back and forth. And when you're ready, taking both feet to the edges of the mat and just preparing for your squat, malasana or garland pose. If you need to modify, you can use a block. Maintaining that head, heart, pelvis alignment. And if you'd like to try crow, you can bring in both palms to the mat and knees to the tricep for a balancing pose. And then we'll bring both feet down. And we'll bring our sit bones down. And we'll keep our knees bent. We're going to take our left leg, we're going to bend it and bring it under, and we're going to take the right leg and bring it over. Now, if you cannot do that exactly like that, if you can just get one over the other, that's great. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And we're going to use our straps here. We're going to do shoulder openings. Okay? And we're going to take the strap and we're taking it into our right palm. And how this works is that we're going to bend the right palm, or the right arm, elbow down. We're going to take the left arm to the outside, and we're going to scoop up and grab the strap.
So this is called cow face pose. Now, the object of this pose is to eventually get to have both arms connect to each other. Taking a moment here, sitting in this pose. If it hurts, do not do it. Sitting in this pose, opening through the shoulders. And when you're ready to release, we'll release the left palm, release easy, and I would suggest and advise that you please drink water tonight. So we'll come on to the palms. The right knee should be in front, and then we will just take the left in front. It doesn't have to look any way, just however you can get there. And then we'll take the strap in the left palm. And maybe observe how each side is different for you. So left, and we'll take it over, bending at the elbow, and then right, down, up, and around. I can barely even get halfway.
Yeah, I'm in real bad shape here. That hurts.
It doesn't feel good. And when you're ready to release, we'll release the right hand and we'll come onto our palms and side saddle. However you have to get there, we'll extend legs forward. Your stack pose. And let's take it a nice inhale. And breathing with our hearts folding forward. And we'll take both palms to the mat, moving ourselves up one vertebrae at a time. Head and neck is the last to our left. Let's extend through the left leg. We'll take the right leg over for a seated twist variation. So we're going to take the left arm either around or up and over, whichever works for you, whichever feels best for your body. Right palm comes behind, pressing in. Twisting at the waist, navel comes the spine. But then head presses up towards the skin. And your gaze will follow your right shoulder. then we'll go ahead and release. Extending right leg forward. We'll take left leg over. And again, finding what feels good for you here, either around or up and over. Left palm presses in behind. Belly comes to spine. Crown of head presses up, and then your knees will fall over your right shoulder. And let's release that. And we'll come on to our sit bones. Actually, let's take our palms behind us, our fingers facing towards our glutes. Let's bring our feet about with distance apart, and let's press up here into a reverse tabletop. And then inhale on parallel to the mat. Let's take about 2 rounds right here. Let's release back down to the mat. Coming to our forearms and eventually rolling down. Let's take our arms out into a T, bringing both knees into our chest. And when you're ready, gently dropping both knees over to the left. And if this feels good, you can stay here, or you can straighten through the right leg using your left palm as a prop. And finding your gaze over your right shoulder. And breathing into this delicious supine twist. And we'll take one last breath right here. And as we do, we'll release, taking both knees back to center. And we'll take them over to the right. And if you'd like to straighten through with your left leg, and invite your gaze over your left shoulder. Just being mindful that both shoulder blades are connected to the back. And we'll go ahead and release there. Both knees come back to center. We'll take both arms around the knees and taking our forehead up to our knees here. And giving ourselves a great big squeeze. Giving ourselves a great job for the practice we had today. And let's bring our head back down to the mat. Making some circles with our knees, either large or small, big or tall, just giving ourselves some lumbar loving here, some mini massages to the lumbar, or maybe taking it up into a happy baby, bringing both palms to the arches of the feet, drawing your knees down towards your armpits and a little rock and roll over the spine, stimulating the spine, making the spine very happy. And if there's a pose that you would like to do or something your body's calling for, now is the time to do it. If you'd like to do an inversion or bringing a
Block to the lower back or sacrum and bring your legs up, arms down beside you for waterfall. Or maybe you have something else in mind. But whatever it is, now's the time to do it before we make our way into Shavasana. Right. We'll go ahead and extend legs to the front of the mat. And just allowing your feet to fall to the corners of the mat. We'll bring our arms out, probably about 45 degrees, palms facing up. Relaxing. Coming back to the natural rhythm of your breath. And I'd like to invite you to open your heart by snuggling your shoulders down just a little bit more. Relaxing even further into your mat. Coming back to the natural rhythm of your breath. Relaxing any facial expressions you may have. Relaxing your forehead. Relaxing your cheekbone. Relaxing your lips. Taking the tongue to the roof of your mouth and clenching your jaw. Letting go of any expectations or judgments. Just allowing yourself to feel your right here on your mat. In this moment, right here. Right now. Just here.
And beginning to wiggle your toes and fingers. And bringing your arms overhead, creating a nice long stretch for yourself. And on your next breath, finding your fetal position. And when you're ready, coming into a nice, comfortable seat with your eyes closed. And we'll bring both palms to heart center, Anjali Mudra. And just taking a moment here to find the appreciation in your practice today. And making a mental note of thank you to your body for allowing it to show up for you today. And to help me to seal in the practice this afternoon by bringing both thumbs to your third eye. And it's the light and truth in me which honors and bows to the light and truth in each of you. And together we say namaste. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to practice with each of you. Thank you. Good job.